All right, check, check, check. And a check. We're gonna check, 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 check. Well, let's put it this way. We should be live. And it should be less than 2 minutes to the daily close. Thankfully, I was able to make it here for a Monday night close, so that makes me twice as happy on a Monday. Update less than a minute. Okay, so here we go. Daily candle close. What we're looking at right now, we had a pretty massive move in the southern direction earlier today. As we can see, it started last night, or in other words, not just this candle. So we had a bit of a dump down here. We tested this support line, that level down there, and we talked about that yesterday. Breaking that was the bearish move, that if you were on the bearish side of a trade, that's what you're looking for, is to get on the other side of that level. And they were able to do that during last night for me, Central Time, and earlier this morning. All right, we have just printed the new candle. So this one's in the record books, and let's take a look at what the record book is going to tell us here. It was a $99.50 candle. All right, it was minus 2.82% was the move down, open to close. The low was 33.70. All right, and the high was up to 35.30. Okay, we opened at 35.27. So, that being said, moving forward, now that we have broken this level of support, right, the next levels of support we have to start looking at go back to when we were at 31.21, which was our 2018 all-time low. Now, I feel like something's happened with the audio. If it is, I mean, something definitely seems, yeah, not sure what that's all about. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We are going to stop that from making any more noise. So let's see what I'm coming in. Candle up on white, green, and false. Should see that well. If that's the case, the next resist level is now what you need. Okay, so it'll be right back up in that 3060, 3500 zone. The level that'll be interesting, the bullish side, in order to get past that level, get back into that range, and then from there, of course, you have your other levels, 3693, so on and so forth. That whole level resistance there. Going back to further downside, now you're looking at, let's pull up just a weekly over here real quick, and we'll take a look. You should be able to see that 3121 without a problem. Pull this over, and then that'll be probably the most significant level of support below our current trading, only because that was the 2018 all-time low. So it's still fresh in a lot of people's minds. It's the lowest we've been in a very long time. We got to go back to 2017 in order to get anything lower than 3121. So that's that of course is a level that people will be looking at if further downside is to happen. I'm going to show you something in a minute which would lead me to believe, or at least be one indicator that maybe not so much. All right, so our 3121 should be this bullish week over here, and let's pull that up. Yeah, so the low was 3178 is what it's telling me here. Yeah, so 3178, that's not, there it is. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks ago, we hit 31.21. So that'll be the level most people will be looking at. Are we going to go down that low? Are we going to break that? Now, just on the weekly alone, you could see as far as the bodies go, right, you would be okay with looking at a level somewhere around the open of 31.89, which is the body close on the 31.21 candle. So remember, 31.21 was the wick down. The buying came in. You ended up closing that candle 31.89. Okay, 31.89, 31.21, very close. So that would be considered a zone, and that would be an area of interest for anybody looking for support further south. Now, if we wanted to take a look at the candle prior, all right, that low was a dead even 3,200. Candle low, we're already below that because candle low is 35.26. All right, so that'll be another level people will look at, and if you zoom in on that on the daily, you could try to find out, you know, if you were sitting at a range for a little while or if that was just a real quick fake out. Personally, I think it makes a difference as far as, was it legitimate buying, or was it just a fake out? You know, was it maybe a maker, you know, pulling some moves, liquidating some longs or shorts, getting them out of the way, and just moving on and getting right back into a range. But if it's a range of trading, if it's multi-days at that level, bouncing back and forth, a nice tug of war going on, then I consider that legitimate trading, at which point, yeah, those levels do make sense, and that's something we're going to want to take a look at. Now, even further down, if you want to get past 31.21, this 2,900 level, 29.39, you could see that over here on the monthly pretty easily. Now, it doesn't look like it really does a whole lot here. Of course, it is the retest from this move up. You know, this would have been all-time high at the time. Trading stopped. It tanked. Right, almost everything you gained, you lost, but then they were able to push it all right back up. So tons of buying happened right here. And if we zoom in, it's probably not right on the mark, but it's also very similar to these three levels here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monthly candles all use 2,900 or in proximity to 2,900. 29.39. You understand what I'm saying, and that is why 29 is a very, very, very interesting level. If we slide this back just a little bit, you'll clearly see that this was, you know, an uptrend. This was a huge uptrend coming up. May came, June came, July came, right? August came. And August was the first time you broke that 2,900 level. Well, for 3 months, you tried and failed, which tells the trader 2,900 had a ton of resistance. You know, for whatever reason, the buyers just simply weren't able to push it past, or did not want to pay more than 2,900 for the asset. And so therefore the sellers came in and they were said, well, fine, I'll sell it for 29. Well, you don't want to buy for 29 and sell it for, 28.50. Okay. And that's when you had all that selling interest come in. Then you tried again, another full month. June, you tried. You pushed it up. You got just about above it a little bit and sold it right back down. Now, the opposite happened in July. July, the price started, right? It came up, it got to that level. At some point, it got pushed all the way down to this, I mean, you're talking 1,800, right? And then, at that point, it reversed course, pushed it all the way back up. Not only got it back to where it opened originally, but was able to capture a little bit more from that. In fact, it captured 16%, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it was a $397 candle. That's nothing to shake a stick at when you open the candle at 28. What do we open at? 24.53. Okay, so that's a big move. Then, finally, after 3 months of trying, August, you broke through it. Okay, 2,900 was realized. Buying kept coming in. In fact, buying went all the way to 47.23. And this is the kicker right here. In September, right, you open the candle, 47.23. You traded all the way down to 29.39. Right, that's actually exactly where this is. So it traded all the way down to 29.39, only to reverse course. The bulls came back, and they were able to close the candle with only an 8% loss, closed it down at 43.27. So yeah, they lost 400, but they were on track to lose. Well, we're not going to do the math right now. We're just not going to do it. They were on track to lose a lot. Let's put it that way. Right, open on this one, 28.51. Let's say they pushed it all the way down to 28.51. Right, so I mean it's almost a home candle. $1,872, about a 65% loss is what they refused to let happen. This is the kicker. Found support, right? Support was found right here. 29.39. They refused to let it go any lower. You flipped resistance to support, and you carry on. Then you had 3 very nice candles up for your all-time high. That is why 2,900 is important. That is why people are looking at 2,900 for an opportunity to go short or long-term support in the future if we do continue to go down and 31.21 is not the bottom. But I do want to show you something that gave me indication to go long, and that is this bullish Gartley pattern. I've talked about a few times. I've mentioned it in the last month or so. This pattern is not that it's complicated. It's an advanced ABCD pattern, meaning that your AB equals CD, which is right here in purple. AB equals CD. This is something that shows up a lot in trading, especially in Forex, but all markets. There's many different types. This is a bullish Gartley. There's a bearish Gartley. There's a bat. There's a crab. There's a butterfly. There's a cipher. There's a whole bunch. And for each bullish, there is a bearish. But what makes these interesting is the requirements in order to start plotting it out. All right, so for me, when you see the impulse move up, right, now this is on a daily chart, right? It doesn't make any difference. You can do this on a 5-minute if you wanted to, but it's going to hold less weight, obviously, because it's a 5-minute chart, right? So impulse move up, all right, and then you have a retracement. Okay, so price reversed course at this level. This is the highest it got to before reversing course in a substantial way. Yes, did you reverse course here? Yes, but you made another higher high, okay, and then you did not make another higher high here before making a low. All right, so the second you see this move and then buying happens, right, you reverse course again, this automatically gets the wheels turning and say, all right, well, let me check this out. What type of retracement was that? So you map it out, and so you would grab your standard regular Fibonacci tool, and I'll do a video on this. I just wanted to briefly mention it, but you know, I'll just show you the first step. You grab your Fibonacci tool, right, and you do X to A. This is the move, right? And then what was the retracement? Okay, and retracement lands on the 618. I don't want to call myself a liar here, so there we go. I want to make sure I got the right one. Okay. Yeah. So let's say just about the 618. I'm pretty sure we were like right there. So yeah, you can go with the wick. You don't want to close through it. All right, the candle body shouldn't close through it. You can wick into it, but the body shouldn't be overly 618 past it. You don't want to go. You don't want to be